Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The bold and the beautiful spoilers document that John Finn Finnegan, Tanner Novlan, told his daughter he needed to speak to his wife. But Steffy Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline Missins Wood, is not Luna Nozawa's Lisa Yamada. And this is far from a straightforward blended family scenario in Los Angeles, California. Many characters in this soapy version of reality have had children with more than one spouse or significant other. Finn held a special place in his heart for Poppy Nozawa, Romy Park, considering her the woman who first uniquely touched his heart. Of course, that was before the recent paternity shocker. However, time has revealed that Poppy's deceptive mind and calculating actions created a disaster. She became far more than someone he had to reveal Steffy to. Instead, Poppy is the woman whose timeless mistake cost Finn the chance to help raise his daughter, who became a double murderer. What a statement Steffy made. Finn was set to tell her that he received an anonymous tip that had to come from a source at the prison where Luna was being held. He also wanted to tell his wife where that information led him. But Finn is caught in a classic daytime bind after Steffy rationalized all she was forced to accept. Wood's character has been able to settle her mind because she believes Luna is behind bars and isn't a threat to their family. However, Finn and the audience know that he met with Luna behind the gates of Bill Spencer's Don Diamond palatial mansion, or should we have said beyond the gates? Wink. A purposeful meeting happened just prior to Luna and Finn meeting. Remy Price, Christian Weisman, was encouraged by Shayla Carter Sharp, Kimberlyn Brown, to ingratiate himself with Bill. Diamond's character happened by Il Giardino and just happened to mention that his air conditioning unit was out. The likelihood that he would have done so in front of Sheila was next to nothing, yet it happened because a character connection needed to be created. So, after Bill was out of earshot, Sheila encouraged Remy to tell Bill he could help him. But she also invented a fake name, Dario, to avoid any recognition of the recent legal issues Weisman's character had. Beyond facilitating the introduction to Bill and Luna, it also projected a grudge rematch with Remy's former friend, Electra Forrester, Lanita Grace, and her boyfriend, Will Spencer, Crew Morrow. Steffy is big on honesty. She accepted more than many wives would have during the Sheila era, where Finn was willing to have his mother in his life. But the shooting of Finn and Steffy radically altered his perceptions. He realized that what Steffy and many others told him about Sheila was too true. Finn cut off contact with Sheila and hasn't changed his mind. Luna is different. Yes, she is part of Sheila's bloodline, but she's also part of his. The paternity reveal telegraphs a coming mega decision, where Finn will be asked to choose between his wife and newfound daughter. Secrets in the shadows. Dr. John Finnegan, known to his loved ones as Finn, had always prided himself on his honesty. His relationship with Steffy Forrester was built on trust, at least that's what he kept telling himself. But now, standing in his office at Forrester Creations with his jaw clenched and hands buried in his pockets, that trust felt more fragile than ever. Luna's words echoed in his mind, haunting and inescapable. If Steffy finds out who I really am, everything will fall apart. Please, Finn, you can't tell her. Finn's pulse thrummed in his ears as he replayed the conversation. Luna's eyes had been desperate, her voice breaking with sincerity. She wasn't just a new intern at Forrester Creations. She was part of a hidden past that could unravel the entire Forrester family. As a doctor, Finn was accustomed to dealing with life and death situations. But this, balancing deception and loyalty, felt like a different kind of emergency. He glanced at his phone, its dark screen a reprieve from the chaos in his mind. He knew Steffy would call soon, expecting him to come home, to be the husband she could lean on. Finn dragged a hand over his face, guilt settling heavy in his chest. He couldn't lie to her, not outright. But the truth was a wrecking ball, and he couldn't bring himself to unleash it. The ghost of the past. Steffy Forrester had a knack for sensing when something was off. She noticed the way Finn's smile didn't quite reach his eyes that evening, how his arms wrapped around her with a hesitation she couldn't name. "What's wrong?" she asked, pulling back to search his face. Finn forced a smile. "Just a long day at the hospital. Nothing to worry about." But she wasn't convinced. Steffi's gaze narrowed, tracing every flicker of emotion that crossed his features. Trust was hard won in their marriage, especially after everything they'd survived. Sheila's chaos, paternity scandals, family feuds. They promised to keep no secrets, yet something in Finn's eyes told her that promise was already broken. The following day at Forrester Creations, Steffi's suspicions only deepened. She noticed Luna, the new intern, watching Finn a moment too long, eyes shadowed with something that looked like guilt. The girl was talented, no doubt, quick to learn, eager to impress. But there was something else. Something Steffi couldn't put her finger on. "Luna, can I see you in my office?" Steffi's tone was pleasant enough, but it held the unmistakable ring of command. Luna's eyes widened, but she followed obediently, her fingers twisting nervously in the fabric of her skirt. Threads unraveling. Inside Steffi's office, Luna perched on the edge of a chair, her shoulders tight with tension. Steffi leaned back, assessing her. "You've done good work since you started," Steffi began, her tone measured. "But I get the sense there's more to you than you're letting on." Luna's hand stilled, eyes darting to the floor. I don't know what you mean." Steffi arched a brow. "Is that so?" Her gaze sharpened. "You seem to know my husband pretty well for someone who just started here." Luna flinched, her face draining of color. "Dr. Finnegan was just kind to me, that's all." The lie was painfully transparent. Steffi's jaw tightened, but she forced a smile. "Right. Well, keep up the good work." She watched Luna nearly flee from the office, the girl's hands shaking as she gripped her tablet. As the door clicked shut, Steffi's eyes narrowed. Something was very, very wrong. Confrontation. That night, Finn walked into their living room to find Steffi waiting, arms crossed and eyes hard. His heart sank. "Is there something you want to tell me about Luna?" she asked, voice cold and precise. Finn hesitated, guilt twisting in his gut. "Steffi, it's complicated." "Complicated." Steffi's eyes flashed. "Either you're honest with me or you're not. Which is it?" Finn scrubbed a hand over his face. The secret burned on his tongue, but Luna's terrified plea echoed louder. If he told Steffi now, it would all come crashing down. "There's nothing going on," he lied, each word like glass in his throat. Steffi's gaze narrowed with betrayal. "Right," she bit out, storming past him. The door slammed, leaving silence and guilt in its wake. Unraveled truths. Days passed, tension simmering between them. Steffi, driven by suspicion, began digging into Luna's background. What she uncovered left her reeling. Luna wasn't just an intern, she was the illegitimate daughter of Jack Finnegan, Finn's father. A half-sister hidden away, her existence a scandal buried deep. The revelation was a thunderbolt, both a betrayal and an explanation for Finn's secrecy. When Steffi confronted Finn, her voice was raw with hurt. You knew who she was and you lied to me." Finn's shoulders slumped, exhaustion etched into every line of his face. "I wanted to protect you, to protect our family." Steffi's eyes glistened with unused tears. "By lying to me? How can I trust you now?" Lines in the sand. Steffi's fury was volcanic, her decision swift and brutal. "Luna is out," she declared at a family meeting, her tone brooking no argument. Forrester Creations has no place for liars or interlopers. Rich's brows lifted in surprise, but he saw the storm in his daughter's eyes and knew better than to argue. Finn's protest was immediate. "She's your sister-in-law, Steffi. She deserves a chance." "She's nothing to me," Steffi snapped, her tone icy. The line was drawn. Finn's loyalty to Luna, his determination to protect her, only deepened the fracture between him and Steffi. A choice made. In the quiet of their bedroom, Finn stood in the doorway, watching Steffi with a desperation that bordered on panic. "I did it for us," he pleaded. "I couldn't destroy our family over something from my father's past." Steffi's eyes were cold. "Our family was built on trust. You destroyed that yourself." Silence stretched, suffocating and final. Finn's shoulders sagged as Steffi turned away, her posture rigid with betrayal. As the door closed between them, Finn was left alone, the weight of secrets and shattered trust bearing down. He'd made his choice. But the cost was far higher than he'd ever imagined. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Bold and be a YouTube TFUL UPDAT YouTube channel for more update news.